Hi, I'm Midge Shoemaker, and today is day 68 of my doing 100 days of YouTube videos and focusing on spontaneity. So, yay for day 68. So, day 68, my vision board friend called me, which was really sweet of her to check up on me after all the crazy insanity going on around my my house, my landlord and his ex-roommate. I don't even know what you call that anyway, but glad that drama's over with. And on for my Tuesday happened to be my last day at the temple. Not my last day, but it's the last week of the open house. And that being the last week of the open house, it was my last Tuesday with the crew that I've been with for the past couple of months during the open house to work with the volunteers to clean the temple. And I have been set apart as a service missionary, so I can continue doing that work once the temple reopens. So I kind of have like a little couple of weeks off, which is nice. A few weeks off while they finish whatever preparations they need to before the actual dedication. So that is cool, but also kind of sad because I won't be working with I'll be working with some of the same people, but the paid employees will be the same. But the volunteers or the missionaries, will be different. So so it was kind of, like sad because it was my last night there, but it was nice because it was, it's been a fun experience. And the lady that was in charge of getting all of us volunteers together and kept us organized every week, she brought little boxes or bags to give everybody with little thank yous in them, which I thought was really sweet. I took little notes in my journal, but I gave the candy away because I really shouldn't eat it. Well, partially I didn't really like that kind of candy, and the other part is I really shouldn't eat it because too much dairy, milk, sugar, things not good. Anyway, so that was kind of a surprise. I wasn't expecting that as an added thank you to everything else for the night. And then when I was leaving, one of the other people that I've been working with, it's been a coordinator for the volunteers like me, actually thanked me for being our leader for the group for Tuesday nights, and told me that I just really seemed to fit in, and she wanted to know how I ended up on Tuesday night because apparently everybody else is all on the same board, so they all knew each other, and I was the odd one out. And she said that I totally fit in. I'm like, I'm not sure I felt like I fit in, but thanks. And then she told me that I just seemed to have an air about me like a leader, and I was like, kind of wanted to roll my eyes and be like, no, I don't. But if I'm honest with myself, I do. I have been put in leadership positions, and when I'm put there, I managed to do a decent job of it. I'm not going to say I'm like superbly good at it, but I'm not horrible at it either. And yes, I said horrible instead of horrible because it's just more fun. Anyway, so I know that I can be in leadership positions. I just choose not to be. I prefer to be the follower because I have a lot of anxiety, and I'm very needy, and I want approval of other people. I want to make sure that I'm doing it right and that people like me, and I don't want the responsibility of having to be the one in charge and everybody else having to make sure everybody else is doing it right. So I'm just like, and I guess technically I'm kind of the leader over the people that are cleaning, but I don't have to do a whole lot with that other than just walk around and make sure they're cleaning in the right areas, they're staying in the right areas, they have the right tools to be cleaning, and to make sure nothing gets broken or damaged in the process. So a little bit of responsibility, but there's other people that I report to, so I don't feel like I'm in that leadership role. But I know that I can fill leadership roles. So it was kind of interesting that to her, she saw me as a leader, and I'm like, I don't really feel like I was doing much as far as leadership went at all. But I was like, okay, cool, thanks. And she seemed to think that I totally fit in, and I'm like, cool, thanks. So I'm not sure I feel like that either. But I know that other people see me differently, and I have to remember to be grateful and just love the fact that other people see me better than I see myself. So I don't run into a lot of people. I mean, there's people out there that don't like me at all and will tell me that, I'm sure. But most of the people I run into always see things about me that better than I see about myself, which is a good thing, I think. And it's a nice reminder from Heavenly Father telling me that I have talents and gifts, and that I can do a lot of things, and that I am doing these things. I am fulfilling these roles. I just don't see myself as clearly sometimes as other people do, or obviously as clearly as Heavenly Father does. And also a reminder to me that it's okay to accept a compliment from someone else, and I don't have to second guess it. I don't have to question it. I don't have to tell myself that that's not true. I don't have to tell the other person that's not true. I didn't tell her it wasn't true. I just told her thank you very much. But in my mind, I was like, you're crazy. This is so not true. But then I thought about it, and I was like, okay, there might be some truth to what she's telling me. I just don't particularly want to be in leadership positions, but it doesn't mean that I can't do a decent job in one. So, and it was nice that she felt like I fit in, and I probably could have done more to try to fit in, but I didn't really try. So I was just like, we all just kind of get together and sit in the same area for a few minutes before we get separated and go to our different areas. So it's not like I really had to do a whole lot, but I am grateful that she saw me that way for whatever reason, even if I don't feel like I did a whole lot to be a leader in that capacity. But it was nice. It was a nice spontaneous thing, and it was also very nice for me to see myself that way, to be like, okay, I can accept this compliment instead of having to. I mean, I'm still downplaying it a little bit. I shouldn't be, but I am a little bit, so I'm trying not to. It's hard for me, I think, to accept compliments and to accept that other people see good things in me when I don't always see the good in myself. And I did a lot of seeing good in myself when I did my 100 days of celebrating myself. That was hard, but there was a lot of things to see, a lot of good in me. And I'm just grateful for the little reminders that there is good in me and that other people see that good in me and they see things that I'm doing. And I often, not always, I am trying to veer away from, but I still do. I see the things where I fall short, and I focus on where I fall short instead of where I've succeeded. So I'm really grateful for people like this sweet sister that pointed out where I apparently succeeded, and I didn't even realize I was doing it. So it was just an amazing gift for me to see that, and I am so grateful that she shared that with me and told me that she thought I totally fit in with everybody. And I was like, that's so cool. I don't know how that happened, but like I said, I don't always feel that way, but I know that I have a lot of distorted thinking, and I have some and some that feelings aren't facts, and sometimes I just don't. And I don't feel that way probably because I have my own personal mental issues, and I've had a lot of bad experiences and being the third wheel and being left out, and just feeling like I'm tagging along and not wanted. And so sometimes I just assume that most of the time. I don't always reach out. I'm not the most outgoing person. I don't just jump into conversations that people are having. I just kind of sit there and smile and listen to what everybody else is saying, and I don't engage. So, but somehow she seemed to think I fit in spite of that. So I think that was really sweet of her. That was really amazing. And it's kind of nice to know that I was actually welcome the entire time, which I didn't really think about a whole lot. I just kind of figured they all knew each other, and I wasn't sure how, but I just never, like I said, bothered to find out until the last night when we were all leaving and saying goodbye. So, but it was nice, and I'm grateful that I had the opportunity to do that and to be there, and I'm just grateful for the opportunity to have a compliment given to me and to be able to look at it and say, you know what, maybe this is true about me, and I don't have to deflect it. I don't have to deny it. I could just be thank you. I'm grateful, and grateful for someone pointing out something else in me that maybe I don't always see. So that was kind of a fun, surprising, spontaneous thing, and I am grateful for that. And that is what I have for my day 68. If you like these videos, you can hit like, subscribe, share with someone else if you think they'll like it too. And if you have some fun, spontaneous stories to share, please comment below. I would love to read about that. And I hope you have a great day full of gratitude and maybe find something fun and spontaneous to do.